Let's start. So first of all, I will be needing a navigation. I can build one from scratch, but there are plugins for that in NoCode-X. So let me just find the navigation plugin right here, and I can install it by using this button. And once this plugin has been installed, I will have templates and components to my disposal that I can use as a navigation. So first of all, I can create my own root template, but I won't be doing that. I will be using one of the root templates that are built into the plugin, the site navigation, because they add on responsiveness by default. So I can open up a responsive site navigation right here, and I can use this as the root template for my page. So let's just rename this to root. Voila, this is my root template. So all my pages will be children of this page right here. So the first thing that I have to do is authentication is switched off, so that's good. So yeah, let's start creating the pages. So first of all, I go to hierarchy and I create two children of my root template. So let me just zoom in a little bit like this. I have two children. I have my root, which is the parent, root child, and root child, which is the child or are the children of this root template. I go into one of the children and I call this secured page number 1. Let's just make the path as well, secured page number 1, like this. Voila. Then I go into the second, so I hop back to the root. I zoom in a little bit and I open up the second one and I call this secured page number 2. Number 2, secured page number 2, like this. Voila. So now the page is called secured page number 2, and let's just add, for recognizability, let's just add a title in both of them. So I can do it in here. There's a small vertical list right here. So I'll just choose secured page number 1, like this. I go back to here and I'll go back to the secured page number 2. I drop a title in here as well. I make this one grow like this, and I call this secured page number 2. Secured page number 2, like this. So let's see. So most of the time, normally, the authentication is off. So if I open up this page, I should see a site navigation without links or with the default links, so to say, and with secured page number 1, and in this case I should see secured name page number 2. So let's change those links. So changing links on a component that is on every page of your application, well, that should be done on the root. So I head back to the root page, I grab my my site nav right here, and let me just remove the links that are in place, and let me say this is a secured application. That is actually the title of my application. So and now let me add some links. So for a link, I can add an icon, or I can choose an SVG, which I found on the internet. So let me just do that. I'll copy this SVG right here. I'll paste it into here. Now the thing is with SVGs, if you use it with a NoCode-X and you want to use the settings with a NoCode-X to set the color of the SVG, you'll have to override the strokes on every path of that SVG, or the fill in case this SVG uses fill color as well. But in this case, it uses a stroke. So you'll just have to override it to current color. So let me just find all the paths in this SVG and change it to current color. Now I know this is a bit cumbersome, but we will be adding on tools to do this automatically for you in the future, so you don't have to worry about that anymore. So I think I have all the paths in this SVG, and now let's call this first link secured page 1. We have an active path of secured-page-1, and then let's create our own click. Go to secured page 1. Voila. And I use route to page, the route to page function, secured page number 1, like this. Voila. That's the first one set up. I head back to the root and I start setting up the next one. So I'll grab another icon for this one, like this, and I'll again change all the strokes to current color. Color like this, copy, paste. I'll see if I just make sure that you don't miss any paths. And again, we'll be adding more tools in further releases to make this much simpler, like this. Voila. So that's the icon setup. I'll call this secured page 2. The active path is secured page 2. And then we'll create an action which should be executed when we click this link. Go to secured page 2, like this. Okay, we use the root, the root to page function, and we say, okay, you should route to secured page number 2. Now that I think of it, I have to check if I did the same, if I completed this root page. Yeah, I did. So perfect. So now I should have a site navigation. So let's see if I reload this page, the site navigation should appear. So I have secured page number 2, which is active at the moment. As you can see, it's black. And if I switch to secured page number 1, I arrive at secured page number 1. So that's how you set up a navigation in NoCode-X with several pages. So now, what I have to do now is I have to create some users, because I want a user that has that doesn't have the admin right, and I want a user that does have admin privileges. So let's create a few users. So I open up my user tab. I hit users right here because we're creating actual users for our application, not developers for our application. So I hit create user, and I will have to find a temporary email address to create this user. So I'm generating an email address right now. I can already fill in the passwords while it is generating, and voila, like this. And then I can say this is a verified email address, so that I don't have to verify this email address anymore. And I can say this is not a temporary password, or else I would be requested to change the password upon login. So I open up, I say the environment for which this user has to be created is development, because I'm still in development and I am testing my application on the development environment. I hit save, and now the user is being created. In the meanwhile, I will generate another email address. So let me just copy paste this into a document right here so I don't forget this email address. And I am generating one right now. So the new user has been created, and let's create another user right here. So I start by adding the password like this, and now I already have the email address. So let me just retype this because I see that I made a mistake. So this is a verified email, and this is not a temporary password. So I use test as a last name and first name, and then again I choose development. So this user is now creating. So while this user is creating, the plan that we have next is we enable authentication on all the pages, and we will see if I can log in with one of these users to view any of the pages. So that's the first step. So I go to secured page number 1, I open up authentication authorization, and I switch it on. That's it. Secured page number 2, authentication authorization, and I switch it on. That's it. And now if I run this page, I should be redirected to a login page. Okay, it sometimes takes a while until this is, or maybe I'm still logged in. Let me just check like this, and then let's run this page. Yeah, now I'm redirected to the login page. So I can now authenticate with one of the users that I've created. So let me just choose the first user and let me log in with this first user. So like that, I am authenticated and now I have access to the secured page number 1 and secured page number 2. So let me hit the logout button right here, and now I come across to the not found page. So actually this means that we still have to configure the home page of this application. So let's quickly do that. We head over to applications and we click the edit button on the current application. We open up metadata and then we select secured page number 1 as the home page. So what will happen next time that I log out is I will be logged out of my account and I will be redirected to secured page number 1. But because secured page number 1 is actually a secured page, so it's protected by authentication, you will be then redirected to the login page. So if you want to directly go to a login page, you always have to start by redirecting to a secured page. Remember that. It's very important. So now let us maybe open up this secured page number 1 again, and you'll see that I'll arrive at the login page right now. But that's not the end game here. What I wanted to do actually is I wanted to make sure that I have an admin account and a non-admin account. So what you can do in NoCode-X is you can create groups, which you can use to group a certain set of users, and then you can create rights, which you can use to give some privileges to users. So a certain right could be this group of users, or this user can read the books in my database. This user or this group of users can write books to my database. Those are rights. But in this case, I will create a right. This user can access secured page number 2. So let me create it. Secured page 2. Let's save. And now I can create a group, which I will call admin. And I will assign the right to this group. So that's actually saying all the admins, all the users in this group can actually access secured page number 2. So let's save this. And now I go back to my users. I find one of the users that I have created, the second one, and I hit manage permissions. And then I'll have to scroll through some of the applications because I have many applications in this let me just see, in this workspace, but I have to select securing pages right here. So I can choose here if I want to assign a right to this user, but it's far easier to assign a group to this user, because think of it this way. If within 6 months I will have to add another right to the group of admins and I have 20 admins, I would only have to assign this new right to the group, the admin group, instead of assigning each right individually to each user. So that's why we invented groups, or that's why we implemented the idea of groups within NoCode-X. So I hit OK, and this user now has access to secured page number 2. So let's now secure our pages. So how do we secure pages? Well, easy. We open up authentication/authorization, and we create a new authorization rule. So we create a new authorization rule, and admins, we call it admins, for example, and we say only admins can access this secured page. Voila. And that's how we do it. And now if we open up the secured page, of course, we'll have to log in first. And I will log in, or I will authenticate with the user that does not have or does not belong to the admin group. So if everything went well, I should receive an unauthorized page, so I cannot access this page. So this is the default adult page, but yeah, you can customize it any way you want. So now we know that our user does not have access to secured page number 2. Now, of course, if we go to secured page number 1, and I think I'm still authenticated, yes, you will see that there is still a link to secured page number 2. So if I click that page, however, yeah, I'll see that I do not have any rights to access that page. So this is a problem. You don't want to show links to user that they don't have access to. So we can actually fix this by going into the root, opening up the template of the site navigation and heading over to that link that goes to secured page number 2, and then I have to put in here the right that has access to this this link. So the name of the right is can access secured page number 2. So now that we have our active right in place, so now we can go back to secure page number 1 and see what happens if we reload the page. So as you can see, the secured page number 1 link is the only link that is available. So let me just log out for a second here and let's log in to our application by using the admin user. Let's log in, and as you can see, this admin user has 2 links right here, so he can switch between 1 and 2. So there's 2 things that you have to take care of. First of all, protect the page on by using an authorization link, and then don't show the link to the user. The first thing is pure related to security. The second thing is related to user experience. Voila. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoy working with NoCode-X. And if there is anything that you want to know, or if there are any videos that you want to see in the future, please let me know, and I'll try to cook something up. So yeah, talk to you later. Bye.